Yo, what's happening, everybody? Check it out. I'm rocking the obedient today. Be obedient. Straight up, be obedient. If you haven't checked out our clothing line yet, go on Amazon.com. Type in New Mercy 365 clothing, and you'll see everything that we made. So we stayed dropping something. So shouts out to New Mercy 365. All right, so my topics for this week, like I said, has been it's called the elephant in the room, and this is part two. Yesterday I talked about the doctor Emmanuel, Stella Emmanuel, and just definitely gave her big shots out because she's doing a wonderful thing. Um, they're already debunking her and trying to make her look like she crazy and this and that, but you know, I think the people are waking up. They're waking up to the fact it's like that how could someone be so passionate about helping the people, and why are they being crazy? And if she's so crazy, then why even delete her videos? Like if she's crazy and her word don't mean anything, then why would you even, what I'm saying, erase the video? Like, what I'm saying? And then see, here's what I want everybody to pay attention to. And this is what we have to deal with. Because people are quick to, you know, come to you and say, oh, it's been fact checked. And, when they debunked it and this and that. See, that's how ignorant people are. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, you want to say something is debunked, but it's true. So what they're doing now, what the media is doing once again, because they're all on Google, YouTube, everybody, they're all the same. Okay, they're all the same group. Okay, so when the truth gets out there, then they get it, they move it quick because it's the truth. Do you, I said this yesterday? Do you really think they want you to go buy the, get people to go buy the hydrochloroquine because it works? It's been proven to work. So it's like you don't need the vaccine for what? And don't nobody even no one's really feeling the vaccine anyway. Nobody there's a lot of people, that's like, nah, I ain't doing that. Like I ain't with that. I'm not taking that. I know I'm one of them. My family, we ain't taking no vaccines. So but yeah, just because you see people quick to, you know, um say, "Oh, we got independent sources, and we fact checked it, and it's not true. It's false information." Nah, nah. That's the game they playing on y'all. They're that you guys are giving them too much pleasure to control your minds. Okay, so we'll move on from that. Um, so I said that I was going to talk about oppression. So here we go, because we got to remove the elephant out the room. In order for us to grow, we got to move the elephant out the room. So, black people, stop telling our people that we oppressed. White people, please, you have no business telling our people we oppressed. It's just a false statement. It's a false narrative. Like this is 2020. Like how are we oppressed? How? You tell me how I'm oppressed. Like I would give you a tour of the house and show. Yeah, I'm just saying. Like I would just I could go on and on. I would show you the cars we drive. I would show you our life. But I don't need to. You know what I'm saying? Because most people I know, majority, you know, I can almost say all. You know what I'm saying? They're doing pretty good. And they make their choices, and they achieve the things they want to achieve. So there's nothing that we can't do. I know I've kind of had that conversation last week because it's true. There's nothing we can't do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how are we oppressed? The only people that's telling us oppressed are rich black people. So how would we listen? Why would we listen to them telling us that we oppress? But they're not oppressed. Like, what sense does it make logically? And we let them get into our minds because you like them or they seem influential to you, whatever the case may be, and you let them feed you this idiotic rhetoric in your mind. um, White people, knock it off. Like, don't speak on black issues seriously. Like don't do that. Like, especially when it comes to oppression. I'm not saying you can't speak about us, but when it comes to oppression, no one's oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at applications and this and that because people wanted to throw that up there. Oh, why they got applications and this and that? They need to throw that away. All right, so let me explain something about applications and people who don't even claim that they're oppressed, and they have a right to do it if they wanted to. So on applications, generally, it'll have, like, if you're white, African American, there'll be like a Asian um, section, Indian section, um, and I'm missing one. There's like I forget, but then there's others. So let me tell you who's not named in others. You got like the Armenians, you got like the Arabs, you got like, you know what I'm saying, like a whole lot of other cultures that we can name that live right here in the US that just have to check a box that says other. But do you know what? They come over here and they don't complain. They don't complain. You know why? Because they don't take for granted where they are. They don't take for granted the opportunities that they have. See, in their mind, as soon as they reach the US, they was already rich because they're in the US. So they're rich automatically. That's their mindset, which should be your mindset. That should automatically be your mindset. But see, a lot of times we forget what we got. We forget what we have because we let people tell us what we got or what we have. We let them train us we let them train us to what we have, what we can't have, and this and that. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny because um my oldest daughter, she's like 15, and she goes to school with this girl, and we knew the girl before they started going to school because they were in track together, and it's another black girl, but she's raised by two white parents. Nothing against that. I don't have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I have a problem with is that, they're teaching this girl that she's, what I'm saying, that she comes from oppression, and what I'm saying, and they're teaching her all these things that, typically, black people don't teach their kids in their household. And I was just like, man, it's like I feel sad for the girl because it's like, dang, like, what I'm saying, like, yes, she need a better life and she wanted a better life, and the people can provide her a better life when it comes to um, tangibles. They can give her a better life. The intangible things, though, they're not really giving her, because they all with the whole Black Lives Matter movement, and what I'm saying, and they agree with the same sex marriages and all this other stuff that's going on. So they're teaching this young black girl the same steps that they believe. What I'm saying? They teach them that she's oppressed. Like, everything that you see going on that's opposite in the world that's going on, or excuse me, that's going on in the world that should be opposite of how we should think and feel or believe, excuse me, not feel, but believe. I mean, they're teaching her. And I'm like, man, like, that girl got it bad already. I hope that, God, you know, give her gives her discernment, as she's growing up, because she's young. So she's the easiest to be influenced right now, you know? So, you know, I'm just like, man, be careful with the words you use and the words you accept. Nobody's out here oppressed. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that we have to deal with. We got to deal with that because our people think we oppress because we've been told we oppress. I'm like, how? Like, I come from the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I grew up poor. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I remember the house I grew up in had holes in the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, for real, for real. Like, I mean, literally holes in the ceiling. Like, you could literally see, you know, out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's like a moon roof, but I'm saying like it was eaten up. Like, the wood, the, you know, People, we call it now today. Just the walls and all that was eaten up because the water came down through the roof and was eating up the foundation. So I literally had holes in my roof. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up, I didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of other people had it. You know, I'm saying that because if I come from, you know, what I come from, and I only just gave you just a glimpse. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even given you really any details, but if I come from where I come from, and I am where I am, don't tell me what you can't do. Don't tell me what you can't achieve. Like, you could do it. It's your choices, the choices you make. Like, it's always about you and the choices that you make. Period, man. There's nothing else. There's nothing else, man. Ain't nobody oppressed out here. Nobody. Nobody. I don't care who likes it, disagrees with it, whatever. Nobody's oppressed. Period. You know. So anyhow, moving on. The other elephant in the room, the black on black crime. I hear people saying that there's no such thing as black on black crime. Okay, so then, you know, tell the people in Chicago that. Tell the people in New York City that. Tell the people in LA that. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell the people in Texas that. You know what I'm saying? Houston, Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? I can go on and on. You know what I'm saying? New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? We can just keep going. That doesn't stop. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people nowadays, like, they just make any definitions that they want to any phrase. Like, words don't mean the same thing they used to mean before. Like, you can just literally put your own twist on it and just call it what you want to now. So now all of a sudden there's no such thing as black on black crime. It's just, people are so emotional, man, that they can't even think logical. Like, it's crazy to me, man. It's crazy. Like, they out here bugging, man. But yeah. So it's like I just, I just don't understand, man. I just don't understand. But anyway, those are a few of the elephants that I want to knock down because we got to have these conversations. We have to. Like, I mean, how are we going to be successful? How are we going to move on? How are we going to, improve in this fight that we in if we don't hold ourselves accountable? Like, we have to start. We need to have these conversations, and they have to be dealt with. Because if not, people are never going to think that they have a problem. So I'm not even gonna stay on here long, but I'm gonna be dealing with this all week. So like I said, this is the elephant in the room, part 2, and I'll make a part 3. I mean, I'm gonna make it as long as I continue to hit on the issues because people, we got a lot of issues to discuss before we try to figure out how to right these wrongs. So man, I love y'all, man. Hit the like button, share the video, um, put comment. You know what I'm saying? I'm open to any suggestion. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's good, bad, whatever. I got pretty thick skin, so you're not really gonna offend me. So, comment. So, thanks again. You know what I'm saying? I love you guys. Be blessed in the name of Jesus. Peace.